I'm supposed to be in my office at 8 a.m. Between 8 to 8:30 a.m. Before, when I started driving, I leave my house 7:30 because it's manageable pa. When school starts, I got surprised that it took me an hour and a half pag may pasok o ng June, July from my house to work. And I don't understand why it's so traffic. Now, ever since then, that bad day na yun, I allot at least an hour going to work. At least going to work. Kasi like right now, my usual route is I'd use the U-turn along UP Town. Pero, right now at this situation, I'm gonna use this U-turn and pass by the compound before I reach my assigned office.
How many kilometers is that from your house?
12 lang. I started navigating my way around Manila when I was 16. Kasi I personally did all my college applications. There's my favorite guard because he gives me a nice parking space all the time. If I compute it, it's roughly around 250 to 300 pesos. And that's cheap. Kasi if I ride the Grab share is 250 to my house. One way. That's one way. Kapag peak hours na siya, it's 300, 350. If I leave my house ng 7:30 a.m. going here, 250, 300 yun. That's one way. Pauwi pa. Mahal ang Grab. And it's 10 kilometers away. Ganun siya kamahal. So, driving a car is a lot cheaper for me. If I commute the real kind of commute, yung bus, FX, jeep, sobrang mura lang, 30 pesos. 30 pesos lang one way, 60 pesos back and forth. But it will take you 4 hours of your life every day. So, is it worth it? 4 hours at 60 pesos, 2 hours going, 2 hours po uwi, versus 400 pesos ng 1.5 hours lang back and forth na. That's the question. How much can you really burn your time, your money? Which is your priority, your time or your money? Or syempre, you work so hard 8 to 10 hours every day and then you commute pa. My goodness, kawawa commuters talaga.
Nararamdaman ko na parang mag-give up ba ako, bibili na lang ba ako sarili kong sasakyan kung may pambili. Sabay ganun. Pero yun nga, minsan naisip ko ang hirap pala talaga ng commuters na wala kang, kahit naman siguro din kung may sarili kang sasakyan, kung matraffic naman, kung pwede lang tumigil na lang magtrabaho, no? Kung may pang lang sana, pero wala binubuhay ko yung sarili ko. May mga umaasa pa rin sa akin kahit wala na akong magulang, mga kapatid, ganyan, mga apo-apo, pamangkin. Kaya kailangan pa rin magsikap. Ayun nga, pagtiisan na lang kahit mahirap. Kaya talaga ang life ng Pilipino eh.
Kanina nakasakay na kami. Well, actually, una, ang haba ng pila. Tagal namin inantay yung van. Tapos, nung finally nakasakay na kami, umikot lang kami na Antipolo. Bumalik rin kami sa terminal kasi meron daw LTO offering.
Gano'n to kadalas nangyayari?
Hindi ko alam eh, kasi first time ko yung bumalik sa terminal. Pero, risk kasi yung pagpila sa terminal kanina. Kasi lahat yung koloro.
What's your opinion on Coloro vehicles?
I understand the regulation of the government and all, but sila yung parang savior pag traffic jam na. Pag wala ka nung masakyan, pag mahaba na yung pila. Sila talaga yung savior eh. Kasi dadating sila sa terminal, walang laman. I mean, hindi ka na makikipagsiksikan and all. You just need to wait for your turn or you just need to wait for your turn and then you're okay na. Unlike kung aantayin ko yung mga jeepney dumadaan pa, I'm not sure kung makasakay ba ako or what. So yun, for me, sila yung nagiging savior. Kahit na to others, sila yung kontrabida.
Yung mga nagmomotor kasi, marami reklamo yung mga naka four wheels. Napakasingit ng singit, balasubas magmaneho, kung saan lumulusot, which is totoo naman. Kasi ang mindset kasi ng rider, gusto lagi nasa unahan, ayaw na nasa likod. So, kaya marami na aksidente. Hindi naman ako perfectong motorista eh. Dumarating din sa point na may lumulusot ako sa alanganin. Siyempre yung biglang preno nung nasa likod kong sasakyan, magmumura yun dun sa loob. Kumbaga, pangit yung feedback na makukuha ko sa kanya. Kasi siyempre, una nalagay siya sa alanganin.
For me, the Manila traffic situation is beyond... It's like a syndrome na. It's a disease. It's like cancer. It's there. Parang isa siyang cyst na nandun na. Palala lang siya ng palala for me. Although, I'm sure the government is doing something about it. There's road widening. They're trying to implement new policies. But, malayo pa eh. Before, I would usually spend 4 hours one way the road. 3 to 4 hours. But right now, staying in Mandaluyong, siguro mga 30 minutes lang. Max. One way. For me, it's sobrang big change. Hindi na ako gumigising ng 6:30. Hindi na ako nagmamadali or hindi na ako pagod agad. Right now, alam ko na kung paano ako pupunta ng work. I just need to go to the MRT station, ride the jeepney, and then walk to my office. Hindi na kagaya before na, ano kaya magandang sakyan? Sobrang ang laki ng change.
Arriving at JLB Station. Paparating na sa JLB Station.
Before, I would usually spend 2,000 per week because I don't know when I need to take Grab or I need to hail a cab. So, parang nagugulat na lang ako na wala na pala akong pera kasi 2,000 yung naubos ko sa transportation pa lang. But right now, 1,000 is enough. As in, comfortable na. Kahit mag-grab ako everyday, it's fine. I think my first experience with Manila traffic during college, but it's so different from what I have been experiencing today. Before, it's easy for me to commute from Antipolo to Taft and uwian talaga. It's so easy. Before, comfortable pa yung trains and laging may jeepney. Nare-realize ko kasi may modification yung government. Like for example, nagkaroon kasi ng stoplight sa Katipunan. So, yun na yung chain reaction effect ng kaya traffic sa Marcos Highway. Or nagkaroon ng school somewhere in Marcos Highway. So, from 7 to 8 or parang yung pasok ng students, traffic, parang gano'n. So now, that's what I'm thinking na ang dami na kasing modifications compared to my life before. My worst traffic experience. There are locations kasi in Ortigas na wala talagang signal or you can't get anything. For me, that's my worst. When you're just sitting there, you can't do anything, tapos you don't know pa what time ka makakarating. There was one time, 4 hours akong nag-travel, tapos parang late ako sa meeting for like an hour and a half. For me, yung mga ganong experience na nalilate ka sa meeting, na hindi mo alam kung kailan ka makakarating, you can't even, all you can do is heads up na parang, I'm gonna be late, but I'm not sure what time I'll be there.
Aga mo pa rin, ano siya? Ano kayo?
I'm Dominic Ambag. I'm 28 years old and I work part-time, mostly because I'm stressed from grad school. I'm studying my master's in Northeast Asian Studies. I specialize in Japan, particularly Japanese politics and transportation policy, soft power, that kind of stuff.
In general, what do you think about the Manila traffic situation?
It's really bad. It wastes so much time, but I also think it harms people in little subtle ways, like it harms relationships, business relationships, for example, because people depend on each other to be on time. I've been late to class for an hour because of horrendous traffic at Friday. Came to the point that I had to ask somebody else to teach for me, for example. It also harms my relationships with my family, with my girlfriend, because people are late, people are hungry on the road, they just want to meet each other and have a good time, you know.
Given the situation, would you consider yourself lucky?
I'm not sure. It's like, even if you have the means to get around all these problems, you're still not lucky. I think the only people that are lucky enough to avoid all this traffic are people with helicopters. To say that these are your Titans, right? But even people who live in relatively good neighborhoods like here, Ayala, Alabang, they still have to suffer through the traffic anyway. I've had friends who live in Ayala, Alabang or Corretion Gardens, and they travel by car. They're still affected by the traffic, even with drivers. Nobody's spared. What happens is that because Manila is an R-shaped glass, where you have the central business districts at the middle and all the commuter towns in Bulacan, for example, and Cavite at the south, everybody converges into the middle, and because you have more rising population, rising working population at that, you have greater traffic jams. The same is true when you're going outside as well, because everybody goes home at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm commuting, that's the only time I get to space out too. Because I'm not driving, I'm not doing anything. So I get to think about random things about life, or not think at all. It's one of those precious me time moments.
What have you realized through the time that you've been going through Manila traffic?
That it's a complete waste of time. That we live our lives stuck in traffic. We're not living the way we're supposed to. I could be spending more time playing with my little niece, for example, or hanging out with friends, or reading, or being generally happier. But instead, every day, I feel more anxious, not because I have problems at work, not that I have any, or at home, but just because every day I dread going through here. Because the traffic's bad. And this is already inside an exclusive subdivision with lots of rich people with cars already. Imagine this with other places that are full of buses, jeeps, and I don't know what else. Right now I'm working part-time at Makati as a Japanese language instructor. I teach Nihongo to mostly adults really at this private language center.
So is the traffic here always this bad? Or always like this?
Nah, I think it's a bit better. I mean, it's Friday and it's a payday and it's December and it's raining. Traffic really grind to a halt. I mean, look at those guys lining up for a tricycle. I think one reason why there are no tricycles and they're still in line is precisely because the tricycles can't get here. Simple as that. Because of all the traffic. Well, there are people who drive very wildly during traffic. Actually, just 2 days ago, after I met up with my girlfriend, I was going home. It was late at night, almost midnight actually. Then there was this white car that was constantly trying to cut me in. Then he was jerking all the time, like quick move, then brake, quick move, then brake. Then he was shouting at another car right next to me, and it was increasingly obvious that he was agitated. Then I was so uncertain about how he would act that I had to stay like 10 meters away from him during traffic. I was worried that he might end up bringing out a shotgun or something. Good thing we didn't end up fighting. There are different reasons why the South area has changed for the worse in terms of traffic. Well, one is of course a population explosion. Generally, people are increasing in the Philippines, more so here, right? I think people are moving to the south precisely to escape the already existing conditions in the north. So we mean Quezon City, Pasig, those areas, right? So they come here. I've had a friend who moved to Santa Rosa, Laguna, but still works at Makati and is willing to spend so much money on gas money because it's more peaceful and less congested in Santa Rosa, right? But over the years, that's been increasing too. You have more children here, and since the areas are getting more rich and people have more spending power, you have all these restaurants opening up, you have all these businesses opening up, so it's only natural people move here. So what am I saying? I think the congestion is merely spreading out to the less congested areas. There will come a time when there will be a new South, so to speak. Maybe South won't be South anymore. Maybe it will become like the rest of Manila. Maybe the next South would be even further Laguna, for example, or Batangas.
How was the travel?
Really bad. I'm actually late for class by an hour.